I don't know what I'm doing. I might be needing help. For me, what usually helps is creating a kind of chain of positive events. Something that creates this flow, where I'm doing one thing after the other that I need done. And if I follow this for some time, it becomes natural. In my case, it usually is that after work I would just sit on the couch and scroll Reddit until dinner. So to avoid this, I try to do something that I like. That keeps me off Reddit. Then is into something else, and so on. But there are still moments where this doesn't work. And I have to struggle and beat myself up afterwards when I accomplished nothing that day. I just try to remember that it's like that for everyone and I'm doing my best. My first reaction was, isn't that normal? But then I remembered I'm neurodivergent, so it's probably not normal. To the tune of YMCA, ADHD. First of all, don't be so hard on yourself. There's a lot of people out there who will want to bring you down. Don't be on their team. Be on team you. Secondly, it feels like there is a barrier holding you back. This could most likely be fear. Fear of giving your all and failing. Fear of being laughed at. Fear of just not being good enough. Only you will know what the barrier is, and you can find it if you search deep enough. That said, consider seeking the help and advice of a professional mental health advisor. My personal advice would be to reassess your goals and steps. Are they asking a bit too much at this time? Are they realistic? Are they attached to a timeline? Do they fall under a category? In which case you could present the list to a subject matter expert for realistic feedback. Then set the bar low. Maybe one goal a month. An attempt at a goal is still an attempt. This month I will attempt goal 1 and it will be a catastrophic fail. But I will lace my boots up nonetheless and go at it like a wailing banshee. Once you have that marker, you can analyze and assess. Moving forward will require courage. Which you have. Trust me, you have it. Fall down 7, get up 8. Sounds like ADHD or executive dysfunction. At the least, go get checked. I recently started college as an adult, 36 meters, and have been finding myself doing this angry if I'm prevented from getting stuff done. But when I have the time, I just blank out, do dumb things. Not sure how to help, just letting you know you aren't alone. It's frustrating when you're doing it to yourself. Sounds like ADHD with a mix of oppositional defiant disorder. Please seek ADHD diagnosis. Getting proper medical help would change your life upside down. I had this too. So much. Until I got a kid. The kid kind of pre-structured my day. And kinda gave me a bit of purpose to get off my ass and do stuff. Now, I know that producing a kid in order to get rid of this blockage may be a tad extreme. However, what worked for a friend on mine that struggled with the same issue was to set personal deadlines. Until Tuesday I want to write that pesky mail or finish my essay. Also, she asked another friend to remind her of her deadline. On Tuesday, the friend may ask, have you written that pesky email? The induced social pressure from peers helped her a lot to actually start doing stuff. At some point, she said, it just became natural and she didn't need the social pressure anymore. Because the rewards and the feeling of accomplishment finally kicked in. Good luck, smiley face. Yes, if this isn't executive function and ADHD, I don't know what is. Good news, there are lots of tips and tricks, and if necessary, therapy. I would Google executive function disorder and ADHD not getting things done and start writing down tips. And if it gets to the point it makes you unhappy, ask for therapy at your GP. Or whatever you have for that in your country. I recommend reading or listening to a book called Grit by psychologist Angela Duckworth. It will give you tools to pull yourself up by your bootstraps if you choose to do so. So, this sounds exactly like me. In my late 30s and finally went to a neuropsychologist for a battery of tests for ADD, ADHD. I don't have the results yet, but I was referred by my psychiatrist due to getting hyper-focused on things, then dropping them, making lists and over-organizing to the point of detriment but not actually doing any of it due to IDK distraction, I guess. Amongst other things, of course. But if you're able to financially get the assessment, I highly recommend it. I would have never thought in a million years that aspects of my life that I struggle with would be explained by ADHD. This seems like a case of some lovely ADHD source. ADHD. Get off social medias. They are not activities, they are sucking up your time, motivation and more. If you have steps to follow, start following them. Make yourself do it until it becomes routine, like brushing your teeth every morning. To be honest, I'm going through the same thing. I just found out that I have ADHD, and knowing how it works really helps. I don't know if you have any easy access, financially or otherwise, but if your daily functioning is really being affected, therapy is great for some people, including me. You need routine. That's for everyone. But maybe talk to your GL. Find things that helps you get into doing stuff. Like whenever I have to clean or cook, I put on music. When I need to go for a run, I tell myself I can just go down the block and back. Usually when I'm out there, I have no problem going for longer. Find what that initial spark is for you. Writing down lists of what you need to do is good too. Sadly, I have not figured out a good way to start writing lists regularly. If someone has an app that can help with it, I would be really grateful. Social media use, while not a true substitute, is often used to compensate for having not enough experiences of connection with others. Having no social support system really does a number on people. Social media reinforces the idea you can have a social support system while being all alone. Lol. Feeling low motivation is also a common, if not hallmark, indication of depression. I think depression is more likely than ADHD in this case, which would also blame your brain for the crippling impacts of feeling too alone. Depression that is not recognized can also register to us as feelings of anger and frustration, instead of stereotypical sadness. Is this something that's relatively new or something that's always happened? If it's always, you very well might have ADHD. I just got diagnosed at 20. At the very least, I would find a mental health specialist. Don't tell people you're busu or going to do something. It gives dopamine to you and you feel like you did one of your objectives, which doesn't give your motivation needed because it was already spent.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.